So, yeah, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Uh, yeah, I hope you are all well. And yeah, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And yeah, let's start with the update what I have been doing in these 3 to 4 days. Okay. So first, as the routine, let's start with my introduction so that because I practice in production, like it's a practice for me. I learn how to introduce myself, and like I'm not quite good till now. So, but yeah, let's practice in Bollywood. So, hi, hello everyone. I am Muhammad Arham. I'm from India, and I'm currently pursuing BCA, Bachelor's in Computer Application from Manipal University, Jaipur. And I'm a maker at heart. I love making things. I love building things. I like learning new things, new topics, new skills, not only in the field of studies or computer science, but like in all the fields, maybe in like sports, languages, and different subjects, different skills. Like learning new skills and trying new things. So, yeah, that's my thing. And I also love the things that I can relate it with, like that like the learning connects with my emotions, not like so much abstract things. So yeah, that's for my introduction. Yeah. So let's start with where is my word? So yeah, let's go. So this is going to be the 5th June video. And today is Monday, 22, 20, 22nd. Oh yeah, it should be 22nd June. Yeah, so the courses, yeah, the courses. So yeah, I was in the Google user experience UX professional certificate, and I have completed the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, all the these 5 courses I have done till now. So that's going to be what we'll be discussing in this video. Okay. So let's head back to the certificate that I was showing you, for the marketing reasons I showed you earlier, so that, there's a kind of what is suspense. Yeah. So yeah, this is the foundation as like this is the first course, the foundation of user experience. Okay. The foundation of UX, you have the first course completion certificate, and this is the second course. Start the UX design process, empathize, define, and ideate. And in the third course was build the wireframes and low fidelity prototypes. And the fourth course was conduct user experience research and test early concepts. And then the sixth, not the sixth, but the fifth course. Yeah, the fifth course was create high fidelity designs and prototypes in Figma using Figma. Yeah, so all these were this was the fourth, this was the third, this was the second, and this was the first. Yeah, I've shown you all the certificates. Now let's move towards my notes, my learnings. Okay, so this is the course one notes, the cheat sheet I have prepared. And please don't, don't melt with the beauty, the structure of the notes. It was like horrible, as always I say that. Like, it was rough. I used AI. Yeah, I used AI to beautify and make a structured note. So that's what it gave me. So yeah, let's start with the discussion. So the course one was foundations of user experience in the UI, user experience design. The first topic was the 4 pillars of good user experience. So what is user experience? User experience is equals to how a user feels when interacting with a product. Okay. So these were the 4 things, like it should be usable, equitable and enjoyable and useful. Like usable, like clear, easy to navigate, fair and equitable, like fair, diverse backgrounds, enjoyable, positive bond with users should enjoy visiting your product or your website, or to say, and it should be also be a useful, okay, like solves a real world user problem. The second topic was user experience roles and team structures. Like the first is the generalist handles everything research, wireframing, and user interface and all. Common in early career and also in the startups where you have to wear multiple hats and perform multiple things. The second thing was specialist. Deep focus on one area, either interaction or motion research. They are mainly common in the big corporate companies like Google, Microsoft, etc. Then the T-shape, like broader knowledge across experience in like basics, and then the deep expertise in one specific area, and then the user experience team collaboration, like the user UX researcher gathers the insights, interviews, runs usability test, that gets the data of your thing, like what happened, is it performing well or how is it performing, etc. All the research thing. Then the interaction designer focuses on the flow, how a user moves throughout a product. And then the visual designer focuses on how a product looks, like the user interface, typography, color, fonts, or to say logo and all, etc. And then the user experience writer, like the crafts, the micro copy, button labels, and the what should be written in the labels, what should be in the in the contents, etc., and the clear warnings and all of it. The third topic was the design thinking framework. Okay, it's like a design thinking framework, and it is in 5 stages. The first is the empathize, like the research users to understand needs, pain points, draw biases, and then the define, state the clear user problem to solve. One thing that I learned from this was that empathy, the difference between empathy and what to say equality. Yeah, empathy is like you're giving to someone like according to their needs, not according to equality. Like they have shown in the it's in the presentation that there's a fence and there are three persons. One is a child, one is a long man that can see across the fence, and then the third was like in the middle was a woman. She also couldn't saw across the fence because the fence was taller than her. So what in the presentation they showed was that, like, first equality, they showed that giving uh, all the three persons, uh, all the three persons, like each three blocks, you can say, like, equal number of wooden blocks so that they can stand on them and see across the fence. Okay. So as all of them were given the same number of what to say, the wooden blocks. So what happened, the man was already the man already, he can see from across the fence because he was taller. So what, by giving the block to him, it, like, he just grew more taller. Okay, like, he was already seeing and now he's more taller and he's already seeing. And what happens to the child, he was like too short, and after giving him the equal number of blocks, like one block, he can't see because he's not, like, his sight couldn't even cross the fence height. Okay, that's why he couldn't see, and the woman was now able to see little bit. So now in the next slide, or in the part of the slide, they show that empathy is like giving according to the needs. Like the taller man like this time the taller man was not given any blocks, so because he was already, he could see across the fence, so he wasn't given any block. The woman was not able to see because was not able to see, so she was given one block. Now she was able to see, and the child that was too short, he was given the two blocks. Okay, so that like now the child could also see. So this was, like, you can say, empathy I was trying to explain. And I know, like, I'm fast. So just like giving according to the needs, like if someone wants more, then give him like according to the needs, like, they should accomplish their aim. Like if their aim was to see across the fence, then if a man is seeing, then why are we giving him a block of wood? Okay, just like that. Like, just give according to the needs. If the man wanted, then we will also give him. If the woman wanted, then also we will give her. And so that's the thing. Like, yeah, research, understand the needs and pain points. Like according to their needs, give them the resource. That's what I'm trying to explain to you all. The third phase was ideate, brainstorm a wide range of creative solutions. And then the fifth was prototype, build interactive mockups or low-fi sketches in Figma, example in Figma. Then the test, evaluate solutions with real users and iterate again and again and again, correct it, well, all those things. Then the fourth topic was product development life cycle. First step is the brainstorm, ideating the initial steps, concept, then the define stage, identifying the target audience and the user problem. Then the design stage, creating wireframes, user experience flows, and high fidelity markups. Then the test phase, testing prototypes with real users to find flaws and what should be improved and all. Okay. And then the fifth was like launching phase, like the code completion and shipping the product to the market. The fifth topic was accessibility and inclusive design, universal design, like considering everyone, one size fits all approach often fails underrepresented groups. Then the inclusive design, designing for a diverse group, keeping excluded users in mind. Okay, so and then there's equity focused design, which is better than the inclusive one. Okay, so this explicitly designing for groups historically left out. Yeah, the same like we were talking about empathy, okay? Yeah, then the assistive technologies to design for screen readers so that everyone, the software reading like the alternate text out so that the context could be read loud and it helps for the users that are how to say that are handicapped or physically not not like physically what to say, not handicapped, yeah. And then the modifications like colorblind modes, dynamic text, sizing, simplified navigation, etc. Sixth topic was Google Design Sprint's 5-day process. Okay, definition, a fast 5-day. So what is Google Design Sprint? This is a fast 5-day time boxed framework to solve a specific challenge. And then the like document outlining the project overview, challenge and resources. Day one, understand. Day two, it ideate the like the sketch computing solutions, ideate your thoughts, and then the decide day, like the day three is decide, turn ideas into hypothesis and pick the winning options. And then the day four is the prototype, build a realistic, non-functional, interactive model. And then the day fifth, that is the test. Put the prototype in front of the real target users so you can test your product and all. Okay. So this was the first course. Now the second course was the start the user experience process, empathize, define, and ideate. First topic was the empathy phase and the concrete insights. Okay, so what is empathy? Empathy is setting aside personal biases to understand user needs and behaviors. Yeah, I talked a lot about this in the like previous notes. That's only. In the screener survey, a short questionnaire used at the start of research to filter candidates and ensure participants match the target user demographic. And then the participant sourcing tests done by online platforms and social networks to find independent, unbiased users. Then the empathy maps, individual maps, and aggregated maps. The second topic was the personas, user stories, and user journeys. Okay, so persona, sorry, like the fictional profiles representing a broader user group must be built from real research, never guessed or fabricated. And the user stories, short user-centric features, written as a user profile. I want to dash action, where you have to put the action so that benefit, like put the benefit, what will they benefit from the thing. And then this inspires empathetic design decision and helps prioritize, prioritize goal. The third thing was like the user journey, timeline tracking, and user experience to like step-by-step process starts by identifying the very first task a user encounters, and then this is crucial for highlighting pain points and feature opportunities. The third thing is the accessibility and digital inclusion. Okay, the keyboard navigation, like all the things should be navigated, can be navigated from the keyboard in your, what to say, in your website or, in your product. Okay, and then the second thing is the customizable text, essential tools for users with visual processing and dyslexia needs. And then the cut effect, the phenomenon where designing an accommodation for a disabled group end up benefiting everyone, like the closed captions, wide aisles, and audio crosswalks. The fourth thing was defining problem and the goal statement. Problem statement framework, the five W's: who, what, when, where, why. Now this maps out all the full context of the problem. And the formula is like you have to put user is a dash where you have to put the trait who needs the need of the user, and then because the insights you have got. Focus must be broad enough to allow creative design freedom. The second thing is the goal statement framework will directly follow the problem statement, explicitly states what the product does, who it serves, and why it positively affects the user, and how success is measured. The fifth, the ideation phase, like the brainstorming rules, like prioritize quantity over quality, record every idea, zero criticism or evaluation allowed during the session. Evaluation triad ideas are vetted after brainstorming based on feasibility, desirability, and viability. Okay. So feasibility is like, can we technically build it? Is it possible? And the desirability is, does it solve the user problem? Viability, is it financially beneficial or strategic? How might we, and this is the anatomy, okay? How HMW, how suggests there are no answers yet, might emphasize it that idea are just possible hypotheses, and then the V establishes a collaborative team effort. The sixth topic was competitive audits, what is the definition of this? Analyzing direct and indirect competitors' strengths and their weaknesses, and the timing conducted regularly throughout the project, not just at the start. Then the benefits, okay, market gaps or the flaws, like seeing the flaws, what failed for others and what worked for others, etc. And then the limitations, like out of the box creativity and individual designers, research biases, and all. Okay, so these were all from the second course. Now moving to the third course. So the third course was build the wireframes and lower fidelity prototypes. Okay, so this was quite like a practical one where we have to draw, like what to say, wireframes and sketches in the uh, Figma, and also in the in our copy. Like first we'll draw a sketch, then a lower fidelity prototypes in the Figma and all. So yeah, let's go through it. Yeah, I speak so fast, my mouth, like I feel exhausted. That's one. Just a minute gap. Mhm. So yeah, the first topic: user flows and storyboarding. User flows map. Okay, like chronological paths mapping user action and decisions. Rectangle represents a static screen in the app. Diamond represents a critical decision point. Okay, like this is the storyboarding. Okay, like user flow. Like the line and the arrow is like how the user is navigating through it, how the user will navigate. Outline is the operational direction moving the user forward. And the storyboards, sorry, a narrative tool to illustrate how user experience a product. Big picture and the close-up, there are two storyboards, big picture and the close-up. Big picture focuses on user environment, emotions, and why. Close-up focuses directly on the product interface mechanics. Okay, like what happens on each screen in the close-up and in the big picture. The second topic was information architecture. It was also a good thing. Like now I can say, yeah, if I'm going to draw, I make a website of my portfolio website, I'm going to use the information structure. Like what is it? It is the structural blueprint of how content will organized and labeled. It makes easy to, what we say, to, it helps you and makes easy to draw your final website, or your final thing, any website only. The key metric: a family tree is layout, indicates a clear navigation hierarchy. Adaptability: information architecture must remain flexible throughout the project, easily handle shifting features or research insight at the wireframe stage. So information architecture is just like a flow chart. You can say like home like if you are making a website, a portfolio website, it will be having four main pages, about section, and your what to say completions or your like what things you have achievements and your studies, etc. Okay, so like these four pages, then each four page will have sub pages, etc. So like the hierarchy and all, that is the information architecture. And then the third thing is, what is it? Wireframing principles. Yeah. What is the purpose? Rapidly communicates basic layout structures and content zoning. Reverse engineering like wireframing and existing popular live app in the fastest way to master structural layout spacing. So like reverse engineer a popular website to learn the structural layout spacing. And then the content level, focus on the context landmarks like headers and CTA call to action button levels. Avoid raw paragraphs, detailed imagery or branding. And this is the famous Gestalt principle, common region like grouping specific interactive buttons within a shared boundary line, make users perceive them as a single functional zone. The fourth topic was Figma prototyping mechanics. Okay. Yeah, low fidelity prototype, a simple interactive model connecting structural wireframes to evaluate functional workflow logic. The third was the three node element of Figma prototype connection, the hotspot, the connection, and the destination. Okay, the hotspot is like the where the interaction starts. Example, a click button. Connection shows behavioral details like on click or on scroll, etc. The destination, the where it will go, where it will like the target frame or the screen the user lands on after clicking, you know, or doing anything. Then the file organization. You separate Figma pages within a single file canvas to keep your multiple prototype iterations cleanly organized. And then the paper prototyping, highly valuable time when timelines are tied to brainstorm and test ideas instantly with users before drawing later lectures. The fifth topic was ethical user experience versus deceptive patterns. Cognitive biases prevent by grounding design strictly in evidence-based research tools like persona, the user journey apps, ban deceptive user experience patterns like the scarcity, creating artificial supply limits. You have seen in the like in the shopping websites, like they say only two left in the stock or only one left. Like they show scarcity, okay, so that you can buy their product or you they make them hurry. It is like they mislead you, kind of create urgency. Yeah, the second thing on the urgency, forcing time pressures forcing time pressure triggers to cause impulsive buying, and then the for shaming, using guilt tripping language to discourage a choice. Okay, like they show you a pop-up like buy this product at 10% discount, and you click no, I don't like. Then a message pop like no, no thanks, I hate saving money. Like yeah, like see, a pop-up came where it was telling like for example, buy these shoes at 10% discount. And then there was an option written like, no thanks, I hate saving money. So this is the for shaming. Like it makes you feel shame about your decision. Like if you are saving your, if you are like, it makes you shameful of your decision. Like, okay, if you're not buying, then you are like, you hate saving money. These kinds of tricks they use. And then the architecture, like hard to ignore because they exploit human habits by mimicking helpful, innocent user interactive elements. And then the responsible user experience design. This introduces deliberate cognitive speed bumps to protect users. Example, notification silencing when driving or scheduled sleep focus routines, etc. Oh my God, so much to spin. So let's move towards the course four. So I'm thinking not to like read all the thing, but it, like I feel also to read all the things. Okay, let's just continue. So the course four was conduct user experience research. The first topic, this the three chronological reset buckets. Yeah, the foundation, the design, and the post-launch. What is foundation? It is done before the design starts to figure out what the user needs, or, like context or the user context, and what problem actually is going to be solved. Like what problem is actually needs to be solving. We are solving, and then the design. Then this the phase like done during the design phase to see if your wireframes and low fidelity concepts make logical sense to users, and then the post launch. Then after shipping the live product to make you can understand from the word only, like post launch, it is done after the shipping of the product to check if the app meets the real world business products and goal. The the second thing is the systematic research planning, okay, the background. So then the methodology, and then the participant specs, seeing the seeing from the participant like from the user's point of view, and the scripting rules, and then the ethics and privacy. Or the this is the second topic. Now like I'm not going to read it. The third thing is like the usability and study mechanics. The core objective is that how easy it is for the real users to successfully complete core critical workflows in your layout structure. The testing frameworks, moderated and unmoderated. Like moderated is it is being moderate. Like moderator keeps an objective, neutral demeanor to avoid accidental interviewer or leading biases. Unmoderated is like zero intervention, great for convenience, but runs the risk of technical glitches and or environmental distractions. And then the note-taking categories like the observations, click path, and task, dropping of the rate, KPI, key performance indicators. And the fourth thing was qualitative synthesis and affinity diagrams. What is affinity diagram? Affinity diagram, a dynamic sorting method using physical or digital sticky notes to group observations into shared themes. Then the density threshold aim for 3 to 10 macro categories to few blurs the data. Like few blurs the data, too many makes it overwhelming for the engineers. Aim for 3 to 10 macro categories. They're talking about, I think, the fonts, I think, yeah. And then the subcategories used to break out the specific layout issues underneath, like uh, a broader parent theme, frustration, and the navigation. The fifth, strong insights and the priority matrix. Premium insights like must be easy to understand, grounded in at least two pieces of evidence, and answer your core research plan. Oh, the price roadmaps. Priority zero, priority one, and priority two. So yeah, you can read this all the notes. And then the sixth is the stakeholder alignments and the pitches, deck layout for partners, user posts, and the storytellings. So we are done with the fourth one. Now let's move to the fifth last that I have done till now. Create high fidelity designs and prototypes. The first Figma layout workspace. It is like about the Figma application and the canvas, where you do all the things. Yeah, it is like the infinite digital workspace. Your workspace area where frames and digital objects are constructed. There's the frame, what is frame in the textile areas and the textiles. Second is the typography and the interface. Serif typefaces is like serif. In Urdu you can say serif, he says Sharif. Okay. So Sharif is like someone who is innocent. So yeah, I can connect like Serif. So Serif is like innocent. So but he's not innocent. In an like I took it in a opposite thing. Like okay, you are telling this type class is Sharif. Like Urdu Sharif. Sharif is innocent, but he is not. He is opposite. So he has the curved lines in the end. That font is called the serif, easily identified by the tiny lines peak trailing from the letter strokes. Example is the Arial sensation and all. And then the typography hierarchy, fonts, etc. Then the layout grid and the containment fill, the containment divider, white space advantage, the negative space, yeah, how to use it. The negative space is quite a good thing. It makes your eyes rest. Yeah. like not overwhelm you. The third thing is the visual designs and color psychology rules, mock-up definitions, environment testing, and the 60-30-10 principles, like 60% dominant rule, 60% dominant neutral canvas color, 30% structural, second color, and the 10% high contrast colors. Okay, okay, the next is the icon based practices. Always pair abstract icons with explicit text labels, like home icon with written home and down there. And then the visual principles like scale, variety, uh, affordance, and proximity. Gestalt is the same. Gestalt, the proximity principle. Like similar things, like see, you can say that these are all grouped in the same topic three. Why? Because these are all in the same place. Proximity, these are all proximate, like near to each other. That's why. And this is the like this is far, so this is the next topic, the fourth. Okay, that's the thing I want to explain to you. The design system consumers, the concern, the component mechanics, and then the sticker sheets, material designs. The fifth is the high fidelity, Figma, interactive details, high-fi prototype workflow best practices. You on like you can read from this also. Making a connection, tab gesture, micro interaction flow, easing and transitions. The sixth was accessibility, guardrails and development, hands-off, motion safe zone, media accessibility, hand-off polish. And then the seventh was portfolio case study blueprints, like portfolio inclusions, and then the reset density, visual progression. Eh, So yeah, this was the fifth course that I had done. In the starting, I read all the like everything, and coming to the last, I get exhausted, and I feel like I'm talking too much, and also like I feel tired because I don't talk much, and as you know, I'm a quiet person, like I'm introvert. So in the whole day, I didn't talk, and when I come to record, I like a lot of things to say. So actually, I feel like you know tired also of speaking so much. So yeah, these five courses are done, 100% completed. The next, yeah, I'm going to complete the full course, the full professional certificate, and I think we will be like doing in the couple of days. I'm going to do in the couple of days. And then the university assignment, yeah, the same. I am in the principle of programming, and it is like the checker, it is being checked, okay, but the checker is giving error, so it will be like taking a time to update, and that then only it will show my scores of like will it be accepted or not, and then like this is going to be the last assignment for me, and then I will inshallah start the university exam preparation of my second semester. So these are the things, and then the Chinese learning, actually, like to be truthful, I'm in a pause, like from 1 week, you can say. No, 1 week. Yeah, from 1 week, I haven't listened to the Chinese again. That's why, like the Chinese vocabulary, I have not been listening to it. Why? Because why I am not listening to Chinese? Okay, I'm not getting time. Why I'm not getting time? Because I'm not doing the other things. Like the studies are left. So why are the studies left? The studies are left because I was wasting time. Yeah, like it's it's my fault that I couldn't listen to the Chinese thing. Like I'm wasting time, and then I have to study and all. So that's why I'm speaking. I am skipping the Chinese listening. But inshallah, I will start from today only. And the Aspire moderator, yeah, moderating in my shift, and yeah, preparing for the next session. Inshallah, that maybe I will do it or not. Let's see. Info session on the sports update, calisthenics. Yeah, but from 2 to 3 days handstand, like I have paused again. Yeah, because of the messy structure. Like I'm saying no, from 1 week, like I'm in a mess. Like my structure, my routine is broken. Like I'm like it's you can say a downfall a little bit. Like I'm not being focused on my routine. and also some of the work I'm doing and some not. That's why like it's something you can say uh like excuse, yeah. Like excuse I'm giving. Football, yeah, from 4 to 5 days I'm not playing also. Same broken structure, like feeling nothing to do, etc. But I'm going to inshallah start martial arts, yeah, same paused. Like I have to improve, okay, little by little. Update my structure, update my routine, get back to work, focus on myself, do the thing, do it. And maybe when you stop doing the things, like when your routine breaks, you don't feel to do all the things. So that's what is it said? It is said like no something like the words were coming in my mind. Like when you are in a flow, yeah, you know what to say. Like flow is something like flow state. You are in that when you are in a flow, you do the things like in a good focused way. So like saying the routine feel like when I'm in the flow, not when I am, but when everyone is like when we all do all the things in the routine we have written, that the day goes well. But as some of the things we didn't do, then the routine starts to break. Okay, that's the same thing happening. So like I'm going to improve inshallah. And that's like now the video will go too long. So let's stop. And thank you all for listening to me. Jazakallah khair. And we'll meet in the next video, like maybe in 2 to 3 days. So stay tuned. Be happy, study, learn, help others, be a leader, be a good leader. You aspire leadership. That the same, be a good leader. And enjoy your day, improve like I am improving, just coming and speaking, social, like, learning to speak and to talk, to communicate. That's all for today. And yeah, thank you. And assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.